Very warm welcome to part 7 of the special mapping series for the preliminary exam 2025. Our first entry for part 7 brings us to Mars. The Tharsis volcanic region of Mars was in the news. This is the area where Olympus Mons is also present. Over here, 3 craters are important right now because they have been discovered by Indian scientists, and to honor them, they have been named by Indian scientists and after their native places as well. Therefore, the entire Tharsis region on Mars, the entire naming of these craters, all of this becomes important for us. Now, the Tharsis volcanic region on Mars is already important and in the news because of multiple discoveries being made in this area. The biggest the biggest volcano in our solar system is also present in this grouping region only. That is Olympus Mons, almost more than 25 kilometers tall. And just adjacent to this Mount Olympus Mons, within the Tharsis volcanic region of Mars, 3 craters have become important because they have been named after Indian scientists and their native places in India. Right? This is just another detailed map of the region that we are talking about on Mars. Right? Let's talk about the research itself. Right? This is the link to that entire document, and this is again the detailed map published within the research itself. Right? And let's talk about those 3 craters. Right? Scientists of the Physical Research Laboratory located in Ahmedabad, part of the Department of Space, they discovered 3 new craters on Mars within the Tharsis volcanic region, and the first biggest crater. Now, when you talk about these craters, they are located like this. You have one huge crater and 2 craters on its periphery. Right? The small one is called Hilsa, and then the main one is Lal, and the one adjacent to it on the other side is called Marsan. Right? So first we'll talk about the Lal crater. Right? The Lal crater has been given the name after the renowned Indian geophysicist and former director of Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad, Dr. Devendra Lal. Right? Professor Devendra Lal. And he was the director of Physical Research Laboratory during 1972 till 1983. So, to honor the former scientist, the crater has been named after him, and the subsequent 2 craters have been named after different locations in India which were hometown of the scientists. So, the first entry with respect to that is the Marsan crater, and it is named after a town in Uttar Pradesh, India, again native town of the scientists. Then you have the Hilsa crater, which is a native town in Bihar. These 2 entries are very important for mapping this year. Why? Because they are very indeed important for India as such. Mars has been in the news, therefore this entry becomes very crucial for our mapping questions, right? And when you talk about the, you can say, importance of this entire crater and the region, right, the entire area of the Lal crater within the Tharsis volcanic region is covered with lava. Right? Now, as per the evidences uncovered by Indian scientists, it was discovered that there is a 45-meter thick sedimentary deposit within the craters itself. Right? And therefore, this information was obtained by the, you can say, Physical Research Laboratory itself. And what did they find? They found that if you have some sedimentary deposit, sediments, as we are all aware, sediments deposit within shallow water bodies, and all of this thick layer of sediment, what does that prove? It gives us compelling evidence that there was water on Mars, and it has moved large volumes of sediments within the crater, which is now named as the Lal crater. Right? So this discovery by the Indian scientists confirms that there was once water on Mars. Right? And the 2 small superimposed craters on either sides of the Lal crater, named as Marsan and Hilsa, they also provide the timeline for the infilling process when the sediments were deposited in the Lal crater. Right? And it suggests that it was not, you can say, one-time event, it was episodic. So deposition took place in episodes, different, you can say, time periods. And how did this actually deposition take place? it was glaciers had a role to play over here as well. So yes, there were some glaciers present on Mars as well, and once they melted, all of those sediments they drained along with it, ultimately you can say depositing them within these craters. So this discovery, all of these names, the entire region as such on Mars, all of this becomes important. Our next entry brings us to southern part of South America. The name of the region is Patagonia. We have been referring this region many times. The Drake's Passage has been in the news, and we refer Patagonia for both desert and glaciers. But this time it was in the news for some wildlife. Giant blue-gray sei whales that vanished from Argentina's Patagonia coast almost 100 years ago due to overfishing have started to flourish once again, right? Recent news, you can say, specimens were discovered in this area, and it was an effort of the recovery measures that have been taken place since the 1920s and 30s, and within the last 50 years, the ban on commercial whaling has actually given some result right now. Therefore, the species of the whale and the area where it has been found becomes important, and therefore the region itself, Patagonia, right? The next entry brings us to Turkey. Turkey is the new name of Turkey. Mount Nemrut volcano. Why is this important? Because either way, this country is in the news, and that is how landforms become important as well, right? So this is the photograph of Mount Nemrut in Turkey, and its caldera displays this yin yang symbol, right? Half of it is basically covered in snow, the other one is a crater lake, and therefore the location of the volcano and the country itself, both of them become important, right? Our next entry brings us to Himachal Pradesh, where a very crucial series of events have become important, and within those series of events, the latest project in news is the Lambadug hydropower project located in Himachal Pradesh, Kangra. Why was this in news? This under construction dam underwent a failure. This was not the first such event that took place in the state. Within the last 35 years within Himachal Pradesh, this is the 14th such dam which has underwent failure, right? And the point to be noted over here is that Megha Engineering was the company which was given the task to construct the part which has failed, and as we all know, this company has been in the news with respect to the electoral bond dispute as well. You need to understand all of these things. The next entry brings us to Arunachal Pradesh, the Chigu Valley, also known as Chidu Valley, right? It is located in the Dibang Valley district of Arunachal Pradesh, which is host to the Idu Mishmi tribe. Now, this area has been in the news because China has been renaming places along our border districts of Arunachal Pradesh, which is why the Chigu Valley was in the news. Therefore, the Idu Mishmi tribe becomes important. Within the name Idu Mishmi, the term Idu means supreme deity, right? The Idu Mishmi tribe is a major sub-tribe of the Mishmi tribe, and the brethren tribes are also known as the Digaru Mishmi, which are also known as Tarauns, and the Miju Mishmi, which are also known as Kamans, right? They inhabit the Lohit district, Dibang Valley district, and lower Dibang Valley district of Arunachal Pradesh. They are of Mongoloid stock, and they speak a Tibeto-Burman language, right? And they are experts craftsmen. Especially the women of this tribe, they are very good weavers, and you can say their handloom is famous. Whereas when you talk about the Idu men, they are apt in making, you can say, baskets made out of bamboo and cane, right? Remnants of 10th century AD found at Bhismang Nagar, Chidu Valley, in the lower belt of the district prove that the Idus coexisted with greater harmony with the people of the plains and the adjoining areas as well. Therefore, since this area was in the news, the tribe itself became important. That is all for part 7. Stay tuned for further parts. Thank you.